You know that feeling? You wake up in the dead of night and you just can't get back to sleep. It is one of the most frustrating things ever. So in this explainer, we are going to break down exactly why that happens and, more importantly, what you can do about it. Let's dive in.
Ah, there it is. That dreaded moment. You roll over, you glance at the clock, 3 a.m., and your mind is just on. It's suddenly racing and you are wide awake. It feels so infuriating, right? But listen, you are not alone. And the good news is there are real science-backed reasons this is happening to you.
So what's really going on here? Well, the core of the problem isn't just a restless mind or you thinking about your to-do list. It's actually a biological battle happening inside your body. It's a conflict between two really powerful hormones that are supposed to be working together, but instead, they're at war.
Think of it like a seesaw inside your body. On one side, you've got melatonin. That's your cozy sleep hormone. It's trying to keep you calm, keep your heart rate low, and keep you asleep. But on the other side, you have cortisol. That's your awake stress hormone, and its job is to put you on high alert. Waking up at 3 a.m. is basically a sign that cortisol has staged a hostile takeover, overriding your melatonin and jolting your body into a stressed-out, wide-awake state.
Okay, so you know why you're awake. But what do you actually do when you're lying there, stuck in the middle of this hormonal battle? Well, the first step is to have a toolkit ready to go, some immediate techniques to calm your nervous system right down and invite sleep to come back.
So our first tool is something called the double breath reset, and it is incredibly powerful. Here's how it works. When you inhale slowly and then take that one extra little sip of air at the very top, you're actually inflating all the tiny little air sacs deep in your lungs. Then, that long, slow exhale sends a direct signal to your brain that says, hey, we're safe. It literally tells your body to lower your heart rate. It's like a physical off switch for your nervous system.
All right, now for a hard and fast rule. This one is non-negotiable. The absolute worst thing you can possibly do is reach for your phone. That blue light from the screen hits your eyes and goes straight to your brain, basically screaming, "It's morning! Wake up! Let's make more cortisol!" You're literally just pouring gasoline on the fire. You're fueling the very hormone that woke you up. So please, just keep that phone away.
Now, if the breathing alone isn't quite doing the trick, try this. This specific spot on your wrist is sometimes called the spirit gate. By pressing or massaging it, you're actually stimulating a nerve that helps lower your heart rate. It sends a calming signal directly to your brain's alarm center, the amygdala, and tells it that it's safe to stand down and just relax.
And here's one more super simple tool for your immediate toolkit. You can just keep it on your nightstand. It's lavender oil. The active ingredient in it, called linalool, has been shown in studies to actually help your brain release more melatonin. Just a few drops on a tissue next to your bed can be enough to help tip that hormonal seesaw back in favor of sleep.
Okay, so we've covered what to do when you're already awake. But let's be honest, the real goal here is to stop waking up in the first place, right? And that whole process starts way earlier, with what you're fueling your body with long before your head even hits the pillow.
Now, this might look like a kind of random little snack, but trust me, it's not. This is a powerful strategy. Each of these ingredients has a very specific job. The pumpkin seeds give you key sleep nutrients, like magnesium. The raw honey provides your brain with easily accessible fuel. And that little pinch of sea salt helps to stabilize your whole system.
And here's the why behind that little recipe. See, your brain is super active and needs a ton of energy, even while you're asleep. Your liver is what stores that energy. If your liver's fuel tank gets too low overnight, it panics. And its emergency response is to tell your adrenal glands to pump out cortisol to raise your blood sugar. This little snack gives your liver a nice, slow, steady fuel source to burn all night long, preventing that panic alarm from ever going off.
And beyond just that pre-bed snack, you got to think about the building blocks. I mean, you can't build a sturdy house without the right materials, right? Magnesium glycinate is amazing for releasing physical tension that you might not even realize you're holding. B vitamins are absolutely crucial for a calm nervous system, and L-tryptophan? Well, that's the direct precursor your body uses to actually make serotonin and then melatonin. You need the raw materials to build a good night's sleep.
And hey, for those of you who wake up in the middle of the night because you have to go to the bathroom, listen up. This number is for you. One study found that taking just 3 grams of the amino acid glycine before bed significantly improved sleep quality for people with this exact issue. It's a super simple thing to add that could make a huge difference.
Really, it all comes back to this. A happy, well-supported liver is absolutely key for sleeping through the night. You want to support it by eating real whole foods.
things like eggs, garlic, broccoli. And you really want to avoid the stuff that causes inflammation and makes your liver work overtime, like processed junk, industrial seed oils, and especially high fructose corn syrup.
All right, so we've covered the in-the-moment tools, and we've covered nutrition. Finally, let's talk about behavior. Your body absolutely loves routine. The daily habits you build are actively training your brain and body for either a night of deep, restful sleep or a night of frustrating wake-ups.
Let's just take a simple daily choice, for example. That morning coffee feels absolutely essential. I get it. But remember, caffeine's main job is to raise cortisol. And get this, half of that caffeine is still in your system 6 hours later. That means your 3 p.m. coffee is still kicking around at 9 p.m. Swapping an evening drink for something like green tea, which has a calming compound called L-theanine, can help your body actually wind down instead of staying wired.
You know that feeling when your brain just will not shut up about tomorrow's to-do list? There is a surprisingly simple fix. The physical act of writing everything down on a piece of paper gives your brain a sense of completion. It's like you're telling it, hey, I've got this. These thoughts are captured and safe. That way, your brain doesn't feel the need to keep rehearsing them all night long, freeing up all that mental energy for sleep.
Okay, now here is a fascinating little piece of biology that's kind of counterintuitive. To stay asleep, your body needs to drop its core temperature just a little bit. And the way it does that is by releasing heat through your hands and your feet. But if your feet are cold, that heat gets trapped, and your core temperature can actually rise, which can wake you up. So the rule is pretty simple. Keep your room cool, but keep your feet warm. Maybe wear some socks to bed.
All right, this routine right here is absolutely foundational. Consistency trains your brain's internal master clock. When you go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day, and yes, I mean even on weekends, you solidify your circadian rhythm. Then, getting sunlight in your eyes first thing in the morning sets a healthy cortisol spike at the right time of day, which helps ensure it will fall at the right time later that night.
Phew, that was a lot, I know. So let's boil all of this down into a really simple, actionable plan that you can literally start using tonight.
And here it is. This is your entire game plan, broken down into 2 clear parts. On the left, you've got your in-case of emergency toolkit for what to do tonight if you wake up. And on the right, you have your long-term prevention plan, all the daily habits and nutrition that will stop the wake-ups from even happening in the first place. This right here is your roadmap. Look, at the end of the day, you have so much power to influence this entire process. By understanding that hormonal battle and by using these tools consistently, a full, uninterrupted night of sleep isn't just some far-off dream. It's an absolutely achievable goal. The only question left is, are you ready to claim it?